Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to today's education-based Indiana High School Athletic Association Varsity Boys Basketball. Tonight's radio coverage is made possible through audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. That's Rob Kendall. Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey Show. That's weekday mornings, 9 to noon on 93.1 FM, or you can go to WIBC.com. Tonight's game is going to feature the Tipton Blue Devils as they travel 7.8 miles through the south, totally a different county, from Tipton County to Hamilton County. They're going to do battle right here tonight with the Hamilton Heights Huskies. Both teams are on the floor right now taking some shots at their leisure. 6:45 left on the pregame. They'll put some more time on the clock. Here at Hamilton Heights, they start the pregame with 15 minutes. They stop it at the 3-minute mark. They have the national anthem. They put 5 more minutes on there. So it all works out for the good. And I want to mention the Blue Devils going to jog off the floor right now. Going to get some chalk talk in their locker room. Huskies are still out on the floor taking some shots. 6:18 left here in the pregame. We'll talk a little bit about the visiting team on the scoreboard. That's the Tipton Blue Devils. Tipton Blue Devils, they have a school enrollment of 454. Back home in Tipton, just 8 miles to the north. Their gym capacity is 3,050. Their school was founded in 1962. They are Class 2A, Sectional 39. In their sectional, there are 6 teams. And right now, they're like this, in no particular order. Tipton Blue Devils, they're currently 5-9 on the season. Taylor Titans, they are 10-4. The Elwood Panthers, 6-7 on the season. Sheridan Blackhawks, they're 10-2. Frankton Eagles, they are 10-4. And the Lapel Bulldogs are 9-4. And there's Noah Humrichhouse to my left. He's taking video tonight. He's talking with another videographer. We'll go on. We'll mention the principal at Tipton High School is Mr. Craig Leach. The athletic director is Colin Quinn. The athletic trainer is Burke Emmert. Tipton High School is located. Their address is 619 South Main Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can dial them by telephone by dialing 765-675-7431. On the web, their athletic website is tiptonathletics.com. They wear the collars blue and white. They perform in the Hoosier Athletic Conference. And I will mention they have an East Division and a West Division. And we'll mention in the East, that's Tipton and Hamilton Heights. We'll let you know, Logansport, they finished the East Division at a 2-1 record, and so did Western. Logansport, their overall record is 9-6. Western, like I said, they're 2-1 in the East. That completes 4 teams in the East Division of the Hoosier Conference. Western Panthers are 5-9 on the season. Tipton Blue Devils, they're currently 1-1 in the East Division. Overall, they are also 5-9 on the season. Hamilton Heights, the Hamilton Heights Huskies, currently 0-2 in the East Division of the Hoosier Conference. Overall, they are 6-7. Now in the West Division stacked up like this. West Lafayette, they're having a tremendous basketball season. Their football season was not quite as good as their normal would be. But basketball, they are 2-0 in the West Division. There's 5 teams in the west of the Hoosier Conference. Rankings. Clinton Central, the Bison, they're 3-1. They finished their allotment there for games in the west. So West Lafayette has a couple of chances to go 4-0. So Benton Central 3-1, they're 6-7. Twin Lakes, the Indians, they're 1-1 in the west, 7-8 overall. Central Catholic, the Knights are 1-1, 6-9 overall. and the Rensselaer Central Bombers. They finish it up at 0-4 in the West. They're 1-14 overall. We'll mention the Tipton Blue Devils. As mentioned, they're 5-9 on the season, 1-1 in the Hoosier Conference East Division. In 14 games, this is an average offensive output average of 51.6 per game for the Blue Devils. They give up an average defensively 51.1. Those are purely averages. And we'll mention the head coach for the Tipton Blue Devils. He's working in year number 1, 5 wins, 9 losses. That's Mr. Tommy Newton. Tommy Newton, head coach for the Blue Devils. And we'll let you know the next game on the agenda for the Blue Devils going to be about 11 days away. They got that makeup game at Yorktown. So it's going to happen Tuesday, February 10th, 6 o'clock JV, 7:30 varsity. That's the rescheduled game from the snow out on December 13th. Tipton will be at Yorktown. Now we'll talk a little bit about the Hamilton Heights Huskies. The Huskies, they have a school enrollment of 687. Their capacity right here is 3,106. Their school was established, I should say it went from Jackson Central to Hamilton Heights in 1965. And in the auditorium tonight, Mr. Lawrence Sonny Beck is being inducted into the Distinguished Hall of Fame here at Hamilton Heights. My dad went to school with him. I'm not sure if they were in the same class. I think my dad was in Glenda Beck's class, but my dad's attending there tonight. He told me he'd be there from 6 to 7:30. But anyway, Sonny Beck getting the accolades tonight, and well-deserved. We'll mention Hamilton Heights. They are Class 3A, Sectional 24. There are 6 in their sectional, and they are Jay County. Jay County, the Patriots are 11-2. Newcastle, the Trojans are 6-8. Delta Eagles are 7-6. Hamilton Heights Huskies are 6-7. Connorsville Spartans 10-6 on the season. It's Dave McCullough. What a coach. 900+ games. Yorktown Tigers 6-6. We're going to take a break here in a moment. We're going to stand up for the national anthem. We'll pick up where we left off. We're going to be greeted right now by the public address. A pretty good crowd here on hand. A lot of blue, a lot of orange. And basketball here tonight, Friday night at Hamilton Heights. So they're going to lower the flag right there over the center court. And our cheerleaders in a spirit section right there. And we're going to set this down for our national anthem. It's going to be performed by the Hamilton Heights High School band. And they're just to my left. I hope you get the rendition of the airwaves. We'll set this down. Our national anthem. That was the Hamilton Heights High School band. I hope that came through. Wonderful rendition. Both teams jog off the floor. They're going into the locker room. They put 5 minutes on the scoreboard right there. They'll begin it now. So it's counting down. And we'll mention a little bit more about the Hamilton Heights Huskies. Their principal here at Hamilton Heights is Whitney Gray. The athletic director is Kurt Ogden. The athletic assistant is Leanne Moffett. And the athletic trainer, that is Dr. Jan Clifton Gaw. And we'll mention Hamilton Heights High School. Their location, 25802 State Road 19, Arcadia, Indiana, 46030. You dial them by telephone by dialing 317-984-3551. On the web, it's hhschuskies.org. There were the collars, orange, white, and brown. They perform in the athletic conference at the Hoosier Athletic Conference, as mentioned. We went through the rundown right here for the East and the West. And we'll mention the Hoosier Conference playoffs. That's about 3 weeks away. It's 3 weeks away when that will begin. And how that will work, there'll be 1, 2, 3, and 4th place in the East. Will go against 1, 2, 3, and 4th place in the West. So they'll stack up 1 against 1, 2 against 2, and so on. This year, those games will be played at the West Division sites, but we don't know the opponents until the season gets a little further along, as Richmond West Lafayette. They've only played 2 out of their 4 games. And I also mentioned, we'll let you know, the 6 and 7 Huskies, currently 6 and 7, 0 and 2 in the Hoosier Conference East Division. And I will also mention the Huskies have offensive output per game, another average. They average 58.5 per game average. They play 13 games as compared to Tipton playing 14 games. Defensively, the Huskies give up 59.5 points a game. And we'll mention Coach Chad Ballinger. I got to mention, Coach Chad Ballinger, last game, I should say the previous game, back on January 23rd, they went against Central Catholic. Coach Chad Ballinger recorded his 250th win while coaching the Hamilton Heights Huskies. And then presently, we'll mention Coach Ballinger, 251 and 179 at Hamilton Heights. Working in year number 19. Overall, he's 327 and 262. And I will mention at Hamilton Heights, in 18 seasons, Coach Chad Ballinger, 16 double-digit winning seasons. We'll also mention the next game on the agenda for the Hamilton Heights Huskies. Huskies are going to have a game tomorrow. They've got a game scheduled tomorrow at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m., right here at Hamilton Heights. And it's just going to be a varsity contest, is what I understand. And the opponent will be, believe, Circle City. They are the Cyclones. But I'm show up here tomorrow at 2 o'clock or a little bit before and watch Hamilton Heights as they added a game to their curriculum. And I will mention after that on February 4th, they will play at Kip Indy Legacy. They are the Pride, and that's a Class 2A school, Sectional 43. Kip Indy Legacy Pride is located at 2255 Ralston Avenue, Indianapolis, 46218. So clock's rolling down. We'll mention, we'll talk a little bit about what's going on tonight in the Hoosier Athletic Conference. Friday night, January 30th, tonight, there are 5 games happening involving Hoosier Conference members. 2 of these games tonight, Hoosier Conference cross-conference games. And we'll mention first game's going to be a 7:30 start. It'll be Central Catholic tonight. At 6 and 9, they'll have a non-conference game at Harrison. They'll do battle with the Raiders, 11 and 4. And I will mention 8 o'clock start tonight, Rensselaer Central Bombers. At 1 and 14 on the season, they'll have a non-conference game tonight versus the North Newton Spartans. North Newton 1 and 12. That should be a good game. We'll mention 7:30 tonight, Seeger Patriots at 9 and 5. Non-conference game at 7:30 tonight. They are at Benton Central. do battle with the Bison. The Bison are 6-7. 7:30 starts tonight. It's a conference game in the West Division. At 12-2, it's the West Lafayette Red Devils. They are at Twin Lakes tonight. Do battle with the Indians. The Indians are 7-8. And right here at Hamilton Heights, conference game, the East Division matchup in the Hoosier Conference, 7:30 start, thereabouts. We're beyond that right now. We'll mention Tipton Blue Devils at 5-9 going against the Hamilton Heights Huskies at 6-7. So the southern tip, the bottom tip, southern area, Tipton County, Blue Devils going against the northern tip of the Hamilton County, and that's the Hamilton Heights Huskies. And the clock's getting ready to empty out. 40 seconds on the pregame clock. And I'm getting ready for basketball here on a Friday night. And we've got some more information to share. We will mention that Rodney Cummings was going to be our guest tonight at halftime. He's a little bit under the weather. Rodney Cummings is a 1985 Hamilton Heights Husky, along with myself. We're pretty good friends, but he called me earlier today, said he's got to drive a school bus tomorrow. He's going to leave at 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock school bus to take the Hamilton Heights wrestlers to their meet, and that's tomorrow. So Rodney's going to stay at home tonight, and it's kind of chilly out. But Rodney is a super big Seahawks fan, and I got to admit, I'm a Sam Darnold fan. I hope he wins. Hope he gets a Super Bowl. So we're going to start right now. We'll mention the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. First, we'll mention starting lineups for the Tipton Blue Devils. They're going to start like this. Well, he's 6'2". He's a junior. He wears number 2. That's Peyton Aller. He leads both teams in scoring with 16.2 points per game average. Peyton Aller. At 6 feet tall, he's a junior. Wears number 11. Owen Spidell. Owen Spidell inserted in the lineup for the Blue Devils. At 6'8", he's a junior class member. Wears number 21. 10.4 points per game average. 7 rebounds per game average. That leads both teams. That is Grayson McFalls. Wearing number 22, he's 6'2". He's a freshman. 8.7 points per game average. That is Kellen Williams. And wearing number 23, he's 6'1". He's a sophomore. 2.2 points per game average. He's shooting at the foul stripe 70%. And that is the quarterback of the Tipton Blue Devils. That is Quinn Toll. The head coach for the Tipton Blue Devils is Coach Tommy Newton. Now for the Hamilton Heights Huskies. Huskies will start like this. He'll wear number 4. Wearing number 4, he's 6'3". He's a senior. 15.9 points per game average. Reese Knapp. Wearing number 5, he's 5'10". He's a senior. 2.6 points per game average. That is Austin Day. Wearing number 10 for the Huskies, 6'1" junior, 4.5 points per game average. Will DiStefano. Wearing number 22, 6'1". He's a junior, 10.9 points per game average. Jack Jakasulov. Wearing number 23, he's 6'3". He's a junior, 11.9 points per game average. Jackson Mikesel averaging 6.3 boards per game. The head coach for the Hamilton Heights Huskies is Coach Chad Ballinger. If you caught that, we'll mention Hamilton Heights. 3 starters in double figures per game average. I should say Tipton Blue Devils with 2 players, double digits in average. And we're getting ready for basketball. We'll go ahead and mention tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, here's your conference games. Tomorrow night on the 31st on a Saturday. 5 games on the agenda. 7:30, Benton Central Bison. Non-conference at Felton Central, the Mustangs. 7:30 tomorrow night, Logansport Berries. It's going to be a Hoosier Conference cross-conference matchup versus the Twin Lakes Indians. It'll be at Twin Lakes. 8 o'clock tomorrow night, Rensselaer Central Bombers, non-conference. They'll be at Hebron, the Hebron Hawks. 7:30 tomorrow night, it'll be Western Panthers non-conference. They'll be at Clinton Prairie. You battle with the Gophers. And as mentioned, a 2 o'clock game tomorrow night right here at Hamilton Heights. The name of the team is Believe Circle City. They are the Cyclones. They're out of Indianapolis. They were looking for a game. And I will say Coach Alden, he's the athletic director here at Hamilton Heights. He has been a tremendous basketball coach, more than 24 years, 5 years here at Hamilton Heights coaching the girls. If you looked up his records, you'd be amazed. So they shut the lights off here. I got my flashlight handy. My wife sent me a text. I'll see if I can read this. So left a message for Rodney, and so he may listen in. Rodney Cummings for the ball game, and they got 8 minutes on the scoreboard, and they're introducing the Huskies. A lot of lights up. They used to be at the concerts. You see them put lighters up. They're kind of dangerous here in the gym, so they got their cell phones up with their lights, flashlight mode on. And the spirit section for the Huskies, a lot of lights on in that area. So what we will mention here real quick, we'll mention this week in Class 4A, 3A, 2A, and 1A, at the top of each division. Class 4A, number 1 in the state, Fisher's Tigers, they're 14-0. Class 3A, that's Silver Creek, they're 17-1. They are the Dragons. They were defeated over Christmas at Newcastle, the Hall of Fame tournament. That was game number 8. And back on December 23rd. Well, that's the only loss Silver Creek has, 17-1. And number 2A, Class 2A, Oak Hill Golden Eagles, they're 11-0. And at number 1A, it's Couch Mustangs, they're 10-0. Blue Devils going to jump it up with Grayson McFalls. Going to jump up against him, 23, Jackson Meisel. 6'3", McFalls 6'8", kicked to the backcourt. Picked up there by Owen Spidell just across the timeline. He'll bring it across the timeline in the front court. We're going to give him the re-snap. We're going back out top. Quinn Toll working the basketball there, being guarded by Will DeStefano. But we're out behind the arc now, baseline. Grayson McFalls, cross-court pass. Going to go baseline with the drive. Kellen Williams will get it back out. They'll reset the offense out top with Grayson McFalls. Outside the arc, picks up the dribble. Owen Spidell. Blue Devils trying to get through this defense. Hamilton Heights playing some good man-to-man defense here in the first possession. 7:23 on the game clock. Haven't seen a shot yet in the ballgame. Turnaround jump pass, going to go underneath. Pass from Quinn Toll, just off the fingertips out of bounds. Owen Spidell is a low pass. Difficult to handle. So going to be a turnover in the ballgame, and the Blue Devils going to go back, play defense. Huskies going to offensively bring it across the timeline. That's number 5, Austin Day, a walk pace. Now in the center circle. He's picked up by Kellen Williams. Outside the arc, they'll bounce it in. Elbow, right side, Jackson Meisel. Shot off the mark. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound out there, Kellen Williams. So to the front court, Peyton Aller. Pass down low. Grayson McFalls in the paint. You go off the glass. Couldn't get the bucket. Good defense there. Rebound by Jackson Meisel to the front court. Hamilton Heights on the dribble. Going to go elbow right side outside the arc. 3-point shot in the air. Good. Credit the bucket. Number 10, Will DeStefano. DeStefano shooting 40% from 3-point land. He's now 3 for 6. Shooting 50% now. 6:26 on the game clock. 3-0 contest. Huskies by 3. In the front court with the basketball. Peyton Aller. Back pedal out top. Working against him right there is Meisel. Jackson Meisel now out top. Owen Spidell back near the corner. He'll get into Peyton Aller. Now he'll work it inside. Grayson McFalls. They go off the glass. The bucket. Rebound tipped out. Picked up by Hamilton Heights. On the dribble. Re-snap to the front court. He'll pop a 3. Left elbow extended. Wouldn't go. Rebound. Quinn Toll. 5:55 left. We're in the first quarter. 3-0 contest. Going to be a steal in the front court. We're going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a push. It's going to be Quinn Toll picking up the first foul in the ball game right there in front of the Gores bench. Pass was off target. And then Will DeStefano came up with it. Quinn Toll going to push him out of bounds. politely. You're going to get the first foul in the contest. There's one foul on the Blue Devils. Ball brought in, slightly backcourt. Crossing the timeline on the dribble. That's number 5, Austin Day. Day works the left side, picks up a loose screen by Mikesel. They go the opposite corner. 3-point shot, good. Credit to bucket, 22, Jack Kakasulis. Kakasulis now 11 for 41. 3-point land on the season. 6-0 contest. Huskies by 6 in the front court. Moving the basketball. To the corner, Kellen Williams. 3-point shot, wouldn't go. Going to be a foul during the rebound. They're going to whistle this foul on Hamilton Heights. A little bit of a push off there, creating some separation on the rebound. They're going to whistle this foul on 22, Jack Kakasulis. He has one. Both teams here in the first quarter with one foul each. 5:20 on the game clock. He'll pass it in. Just outside the paint now, Grayson McFalls. To the left corner baseline, Quintolia working back in. Baseline jumper wouldn't go for Grayson McFalls. Rebound, Hamilton Heights, Austin Day. To the front court on the dribble. Out top, he'll go left elbow. Out top, moving the basketball. Out in front of the Blue Devil bench. Now back out top, Mikesel. Mikesel on the dribble. He'll dribble in. He'll go into paint. He'll go off the glass. Couldn't get the bucket, but he'll shoot 2. And his second foul in the contest called on Tipton. And going to the foul stripe first time. First foul shooter in the ball game. Going to be number 23, Jackson Mikesel. Mikesel shooting 59%. He's 41 for 70. First shot, good. 42 for 71. 7-0 contest. Mikesel will have one more. 4:55 left here in the first quarter. Mikesel's second shot also good. It's 8-0 contest. I see over there taking pictures is Photo Cross Photography. Spelled out with an F-O-T-O. It's Photo Cross Photography. Check that out, photocrossphotography.com. Check it out after the game. In the paint. Going to float in off the glass. 2-point shot wouldn't go. Peyton Aller. Rebound out there, Mikesel. He'll work it left side, crossing the timeline. Jack Kakasulis. Kakasulis crossover. He'll go left side of the glass, off the glass. 2-point bucket for Kakasulis. 10-0 contest. 4:25 left here in the first quarter. To the front court. Owen Spidell. We're working left side, Peyton Aller. Aller's going to dribble in. He'll go baseline. Try to go off the outside the paint. Shot was deflected back the other direction. Jackson Mikesel off the glass. Couldn't get it, but rebound putback is good for number 4, Reese Snap. Going to be a timeout called by the Blue Devils. The 12-0 contest, 4:06 left here in the first quarter. And we'll mention tonight's ball game is in parts being to you by Fritz and Fishers.com. They buy, they sell, they trade. They'll help you to finance your quality car, truck, or SUV. They have preferred low mileage in one-owner automobiles. They have 2 Hamilton County locations. One is in Fishers at 317-842-2228. Their second location right there along State Road 32 between Noblesville and Westfield. Reach them at 317-773-2232. And that's fritzandfishers.com. F-R-I-T-Z. Ball's going to be brought in from the backcourt. Left the bucket on the baseline. Brought in. Quinn Smith enters the contest for the Blue Devils. He wears number 4. Crossing the timeline at a slow pace. Bring across the timeline, Peyton Aller. He'll work it in. Grayson McFalls, right elbow back. He'll get it back out to Kellen Williams. Kellen Williams in the paint. Going to try to get the pass away to Quinn. And is intercepted. Going to go out of bounds. And that steal was Will DeStefano. But Quinn Smith, right up behind him, tapped that ball from the backside out of bounds. Stopped the fast break. Ball's going to be brought in, left the bucket on the baseline. Huskies bring it in. Jump shot. Right elbow, shot good. Credit the bucket. 23, Jackson Mikesel. The 14-0 contest. 3:40 left here in the first quarter. Bring it to the timeline, Peyton Aller. Aller on the dribble. Crossover. He'll go in the paint. He'll go up. Left-handed shot. He'll get deflected. It was blocked. But he got smacked, and he's going to shoot 2. They're going to help him back up to his feet. Quinn Smith and also Hamilton Heights. Will DeStefano. Both of them. It's all about sportsmanship. And the Hamilton Heights Huskies and the Tipton Blue Devils, nothing but sportsmanship. So at the free throw line, we're going to see Peyton Aller. Peyton Aller took a little slap right there as he went up. They'll give him some time, and he'll toe it up now. Free throw line, but shooting 65%, 49 for 75. First shot up wouldn't go. He'll get one more. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. We're at Hamilton Heights High School. A lot of blue and a lot of orange. Well, Peyton Aller's second shot. Nothing but net. So he gets the first point on the board for the Blue Devils. 14-1 contest. Huskies in the front court. Kakasula. Out top, moving the basketball to Stefano. He'll go in the left side. Layup off the glass. 2-point bucket for DeStefano. 16-1. Blue Devils cross the timeline. Peyton Aller. Peyton Aller going to go to the right corner, left corner baseline. Kellen Williams will work it into Grayson McFall. McFall's going to get called for a traveling violation. So the Blue Devils going to play back defense right now. It's a 16-1 contest in the ball game for the Blue Devils. We're going to see number 32, Isaac Humrichhaus. And taking a breather is 21, Grayson McFalls. So 3 minutes left, clock moving. Bring it to the timeline, number 5, Austin Day. Crossover. He'll work it out behind the arc, Kakasula. They're working through the corner, going to dribble in, back out top. Re-snap on the dribble. He'll bring it back out top, set the offense with DeStefano. We'll move it right side, 3-point shot, badly missed. Shot taken by Kakasula to the front court with the Blue Devils. Is Peyton Aller, now Jace Clark. Jace Clark enters the ball game at the timeout break. So we're going to back around. 2:32 left here in the first quarter. Going baseline, Peyton Aller. They'll kick it back out. 3-point shot in the air. Good. Jace Clark for 3. Jace Clark now 17 for 52. He's above 32% on the season from 3-point land. 2:14 left. Baseline. They're working in outside the paint. Mitchell. Strip the basketball. It's available. It's loose, and it's picked up out of the air by Jace Clark. To the front court, Peyton Aller. Aller baseline. They kick it out behind the arc. Kellen Williams spin move at the left elbow. We get it back outside. Peyton Aller. Aller's going to dribble in. They're working down baseline. Reverse layup. Good. Isaac Humrichhaus for 2. And a good assist from Peyton Aller at 16-6. 1:42 on the game clock. Huskies in the front court. Center circle. Stationary dribble. Number 5, Austin Day. They'll work it right side. Spin move. Back out top. Thought about a shot. DeStefano. He'll dribble in. So we're going to right side now. Go baseline just outside the paint. 2-point shot. Good. Credit the bucket. Austin Day. 18-6 contest. Huskies by 12. 1:17 left here in the first quarter. In the front court, Peyton Aller. He'll hand off. Quinn Smith. Back to Jace Clark. Jace Clark dribbles in. Free throw line, picks up the dribble. Back out top of the circle. Going to dribble in. Peyton Aller. Aller goes up to the shot. Going to call an offensive foul, setting up to draw a charge for the Huskies was 22, Jack Kakasula, 6'1" junior. And that's going to be the first foul whistled on Peyton Aller. 1:03 left here in the first quarter. 18-6 Huskies by 12. Crossing the timeline with the basketball. Stationary dribble right there. That was Jack Kakasula. Now Mitchell, 23, Jackson Mitchell. He'll working around the perimeter. Outside the arc, 3-point shot, short off the mark. Rebound, Kellen Williams for Tipton. That 3-point shot by Will DeStefano. Wouldn't go. Now Kellen Williams going to bring it across the timeline. 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. Out top of the basketball. Peyton Aller, now Isaac Humrichhaus. Trying to direct some traffic. Isaac going to dribble in. Free throw line, kicks it back out. 3-point shot in the air. Jace Clark wouldn't go, and the ball goes out of bounds. Isaac Humrichhaus tried to save it. A couple of steps behind the arc, didn't have what it needed. It goes out of bounds, and the Blue Devils are going to play defense. We're going to see a substitution in the ball game for the Huskies. Going to be number 2, Caleb Sullivan, 6'2" junior. Back in the ball game for Tipton is number 11, Owen Spidell. Taking a breather is Jace Clark, 18-6. Huskies by 12. Bringing it to the timeline is Kakasula. Jack Kakasula cleaned the bottom of his shoes off. 12 seconds out near the center circle, being guarded there by Isaac Humrichhaus. 7 seconds. He'll dribble in. There's going to be a push foul. They're going to whistle a foul on Tipton. Evidently, it's going to, I believe, 32, Isaac Humrichhouse going to get called for the foul. He has one in the contest. And they'll work it from there. It's going to be brought in. Baseline. Hamilton Heights, right at the bucket. We stolen on the inbound. Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith with the steal. And he'll be fouled immediately trying to get the ball back. And it's going to be a foul on on Hamilton Heights. So Hamilton Heights is going to pick up the foul. And they're going to have subs back in. We're going to see Jace Clark back in. And Grayson McFalls. Ball's going to be brought in slightly in the backcourt, right there by the scores bench, right there by Coach Donnie McElfresh. It's going to be brought in by Quinn Smith. They'll get it in. 2 seconds. Turnaround jumper, 3-point shot, way to go. Grayson McFalls. McFalls can absolutely shoot the 3 ball. McFalls on the season. He has 4 3-point shots. 6'8". The end of one quarter. Hamilton Heights, 18. Tipton, 6. And we'll mention tonight's ball game is also, in parts, being brought to you by Hope Jewelers. Hope Jewelers, they're in Tipton. Precious times are made for precious moments. And Hope Jewelers are there to meet your every special need in the field of diamonds, gold, and silver, etc. Stop in and visit Hope Jewelers in downtown Tipton. They're next to the Diana Theater at 135 East Jefferson Street. That's in Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can reach them by phone by dialing 765-675-9720. Again, that's 765-675-9720. Hope Jewelers, they're open daily, Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And they're open on Saturday, 9:30 to 2. That's Hope Jewelers, but they're in downtown Tipton. So second buzzer, alternate possession arrow, going to give it to Hamilton Heights. Husky's going to bring it in. 8 minutes on the game clock, second quarter. 18-6 contest. Hamilton Heights by 12. And it's going to be brought in by number 2, Caleb Sullivan. The toss at backcourt. 22, Jack Kakasula in the front court. 3-point shot way out top, just missed. 22, that's 2. Caleb Sullivan, rebound, Tipton. Peyton Aller crossing the timeline. So we're going to left side, Isaac Humrichhouse. He'll bounce it down baseline. Grayson McFalls, they're going to call an offensive foul as he backs his way in. And Jackson Mikesell sets up for the charge. So a foul whistle on Grayson McFalls. He has 1 in the contest. That's the first foul here in the second quarter. We're going to see Zach Ridgway for Tipton. He's a senior. He wears 33. He's 6'6". He's a tremendous receiver for Quinn Toll on the football team. 7:35 on the game clock. Tip to the backcourt. Good hands by Kakasula. Goes out of bounds. And a good hands there by Isaac Humrichhouse. So Kakasula's going to bring the ball out of trot pace to the timeline. Picked up there by Isaac Humrichhouse. They're working in the paint. Layup, floater in the paint. Good. Credit the bucket. 23, Jackson Mikesell. The 20-6 contest. Huskies by 14. In the front court of the basketball, Quinn Smith. Out in front of the scores bench. Triple threat. He'll dribble forward. That's Peyton Aller. Aller going to work it left side. Picks up a screen. Works it around it. Quinn Smith. Now back to Jace Clark. He'll work his way in the paint. Looks to get rid of it. Got out of the paint. Quinn Smith way out top. He'll dribble in. Free throw line. He'll go past the free throw line. He'll go off the glass. Quinn Smith for 2. Left side of the glass. Right-handed player. 20-8. 12-point advantage for the Huskies. In the front court, going to be tipped from the backside. Quinn Smith. Another steal. The Blue Devils bring it to the front court. Jace Clark on the dribble. Left side, Isaac Humrichhouse to the corner. Quinn Smith, 3-point shot. Good. Quinn Smith for 3. Quinn Smith on the season, now 5 for 14. He's above 31%. They tell me 30% from three-point land is good. So work baseline. Baseline on the drive. Lost the handle. Going to be picked up in the paint there. Tipton, Jace Clark, and couldn't handle it. Ball goes back out top now. 3-point shot. Jack Kakasula nails the three out top, and they call a foul. And Kakasula is going to shoot one more. So he'll get the three-pointer, and he'll shoot one more. Try to make a rare 4-point play. 6:03 on the game clock. We call this foul on Zach Ridgway. He has one. So Jack Kakasula trying to work on those free throws. Put Me in Sports does not mention a free throw percentage for any player that's below 50%. So I'll just say Kakasula is working on his free throw. 6:03 on the game clock. 23-11. Hamilton Heights by 12 and couldn't get that bucket. 3-point play was all he'll get from the 3-point land. And rebound out of there, Zach Ridgway. Ball ends up in the hands of Peyton Aller across the timeline, left-handed dribble. Slow pace. He'll work the crossover. Working against Kakasula. And he kind of broke his ankles and took an easy shot off the glass in the paint. Peyton Aller for two. 23-13, a 10-point advantage for the Huskies. From the corner baseline, 3-point shot good. Number 2, Caleb Sullivan. Sullivan now 16 for 48. 33% from 3-point land for Sullivan. On the dribble, Peyton Aller. In the paint, he'll float one up. Shot when to go, rebound. Mitchell, Jackson Mitchell on the board. Jack Kakasula is the outlet. They'll work it through the corner baseline. They'll kick it back out. Jack Kakasula say Mitchell. Jackson Mitchell's shot from 3-point land wouldn't go. Rebound, Zach Ridgway. Quinn Smith, now Peyton Aller on the dribble. Out top of the circle, the other corner, Jace Clark. 3-point shot, rims off, wouldn't go. Rebound, Isaac Cumberhouse. They'll kick it out to Quinn Smith. He'll try a three. He got it blocked. Ends up in the hands of Peyton Aller. Peyton couldn't get the shot in the paint to go. And a rebound, Hamilton Heights. There's going to be a foul whistle. They're going to call this on the Blue Devils. So they're going to whistle this foul on Tipton, 33, Zach Ridgway. He has two. Checking in the ball game, we're going to see number 15. He's a junior. He's 6'3". That is Dakota Garman. Dakota Garman, a tremendous receiver for Quinn Toll. So taking a breather there is Quinn Smith. You get a pat on the backside. Kellen Williams on the floor. Isaac Cumberhouse. Dakota Garman. Peyton Aller. Jace Clark. In the front court of the basketball. 22, Jack Kakasula. We're working back around. On the dribble, they go baseline. They're going to go give and go. Find the cutter. Couldn't get the bucket to go. Jackson Mitchell gets the board. Puts it in on the rebound putback. That initial shot. Caleb Sullivan outside the paint on the baseline wouldn't go. But Mitchell cleans it up. He gets the bucket, and he'll be fouled. And he'll shoot one more. So Jace Clark going to take a breather back in the ballgame for Tipton. 21. Grayson McFalls. 28-13. Tipton, Hamilton Heights in front. 3-point play. Opportunity is good for Jackson Mitchell. Should get back for Jackson Mitchell. Got the foul shot to go. 29-13. 16-point advantage for the Huskies. Out top of the basketball, Kellen Williams. Run the weave. Now the stationary dribble there. Peyton Aller. He'll pick up a screen from McFalls. He'll dribble in, right elbow. He'll go to the corner with it. Dakota Garman. Dakota Garman back to Peyton Aller. Now out top, Grayson McFalls behind the 3-point line. They're going to call an offensive foul off the ball here in the front court on the Blue Devils. It'll be an illegal screen. They're going to whistle this foul on 15, Dakota Garman. Garman has one. And the Blue Devils have 5 fouls. And that's going to be an offensive foul. So that's a player control foul. So even though it's the 5th foul, the Huskies will not shoot because of player control. So that's something you can foul all day and all night. But they're not going to put you at the line on offensive foul. In the front court with the basketball. In the ballgame for Hamilton Heights, number 12, Gavin Lucchetti. Don't know if I got that last name pronounced right. He's the only freshman on the Huskies team. Driving the lane, floats one up. 2-point bucket, good. 23, Jackson Mitchell. 31-13. Huskies in front. 3:33 left. We're in the second quarter. On the dribble, now outside the arc, Isaac Cumberhouse. They'll dig it down low. Grayson McFalls back to Isaac. 3-point shot from the corner. Wouldn't go. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touch by Hamilton Heights. Number 12, Gavin Lucchesi. So Tipton's going to bring it in right in the bucket on their own baseline. 3:23 left, 31-13. They'll toss it in. Tall pass. Spin move. They go off the glass. Grayson McFalls, he'll earn the foul. He'll take 2 shots at the stripe. And Tipton finally a hand clap because the foul got called, I think, on Hamilton Heights. So that foul's whistled on 23, Jackson Mitchell. He has 1. Team foul number 1. Grayson McFalls, nice looking shot. Good. Grayson McFalls has a pretty looking foul shot. He's above 64% now. He's 33 for 51 on the season. Second shot, also good. So Grayson McFalls got both of them. Going to be a timeout called by Coach Tommy Newton. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. 3:20 left here in the second quarter. Hamilton Heights 31, Tipton 15. And we do appreciate you tuning in. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Edward Jones Tipton. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and the encouragement our young student athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Kurt D. Hare. That's Kurt D. Hare, your Tipton. Howard Jones. I should say your Tipton. Edward Jones. I know Howard Jones is a singer, but Edward Jones, financial advisor, he understands this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Tipton High School athletics. You can call Edward Jones at 765-675-9535. They're in Tipton. The ball's brought in. Will be a foul call. They're going to say maybe a do-over there. 3:16 left. It's going to be brought in from the backcourt. Tipton going to provide pressure in the backcourt. Ball brought in, Kakasula. He'll dribble through the weave through there. Jump shot, 16-footer. Wouldn't go. Hamilton Heights, that was re-snap. Rebound Tipton. Peyton Aller in the front court. Aller on the dribble. He's going to work it down near baseline. Grayson McFalls, turnaround jumper. Short off the rim. Wouldn't go. Rebound, Jackson Mitchell to the front court with the basketball. They'll move it back around. Gavin Lucchesi. Out top, they'll work at the Mitchell. Working at left side, he'll dribble in. A little bit of a hand push here. No call. Out top, 3-point shot. Right of center. Wouldn't go. Gavin Lucchesi. He's the freshman. He's shooting 45% from three-point land. He's 5 for 11. Long off the rim. Wouldn't go. Tipton bounces off. Ball's going to stay in the front court with the Blue Devils. 2:32 on the game clock. Going to be brought in left of the bucket on the baseline by Quintoll. Quintoll is a sophomore, 6'1". Looking to get it in. He does. To the corner, Peyton Aller. Picked up immediately right there by Kakasula. Double team. Now baseline. Grayson McFalls working around the perimeter. We're going to back in. Kellen Williams off the glass. Wouldn't go, but he'll shoot 2. Kellen Williams right side of the glass. They're going to whistle this foul on Hamilton Heights. Number 2, Caleb Sullivan. So Caleb Sullivan going to pick up his first in the contest. That's 2 here in the second quarter. Called on Hamilton Heights. Tipton Blue Devils have 5 at the free throw line. Kellen Williams. Kellen Williams' first shot wouldn't go. Kellen Williams is wearing the apparatus on his face, facial apparatus. It's protective. He did have surgery, but the game before he had surgery, he got 29 and 8 3-pointers. He got the second shot to go back in of a 2-shot foul. Kellen Williams won at the stripe. It's 31-16. Blue Devils trail by 15. In the front court with the basketball. He'll go baseline. He'll dish off the glass. Power layup. Left side. Re-snap for 2. 33-16. 2:04 on the game clock. Peyton Aller crossing the timeline. Getting some instructions from Tommy Newton. Coach Tommy Newton. 155 out top. Stationary dribble. Peyton Aller spin move in the paint. They go off the glass. They draw a foul. And Kakasula is going to be the culprit there with the foul. And that was a tremendous move in the paint by Peyton Aller. Little hesitation, stutter dribble, spin move. And I don't think I've seen one nicer than that one, maybe this whole season. Well, he's at the foul stripe now. 1:51 left. Second quarter, first shot, rims around. Fell off, wouldn't go. Peyton Aller, he'll get one more. We're going to see Quinn Smith for the Blue Devils back in the ballgame. Taking a breather is 21, Grayson McFalls. 1:51 left in the second quarter. It's 33-16. Huskies in front. Second shot for Aller is good. It's 33-17. Ball brought in backcourt. Full court pressure. Dakota Garmin guarding the basketball. We're going back to Takasulis. They're going to pass it to the front court. It's going to be stolen. Stolen by Quinn Smith. Steps right in front of Reese Knapp. Blue Devils in the front court with the basketball. 1:35 left. Out top, Quinn Smith. They get it to Kellen Williams. It's just outside the free throw lane. We're working back around, trying to find it down low. They'll find Peyton Aller in the paint. He'll float one up off the glass. Wouldn't go. Rebound. Takasulis. Jack Takasulis in a hurry to the front court. They try to pop a shot about a 14-footer. And it's deflected, goes out of bounds. It's going to stay in the front court with Hamilton Heights. 1:16 on the game clock. 33-17. Huskies by 16. Going to toss it in tall. Right behind the arc, picked up there by Reese Knapp. He'll float one up in the paint, couldn't get it, tried to get his own rebound, put back, and it was blocked. Blocked by Dakota Garmin, ended up in the hands of Peyton Aller. Now Quinn Smith crossing the timeline. Spin move. They go off the glass, couldn't get it. Heavily contested there. They get it to the front court. Jackson Meixel goes off the glass, and they're going to call blocking foul on Quinn's Toll. And been a lot of blocking fouls or charging fouls at this other end, but they call a blocking foul at the front end, at the front court of Hamilton Heights. So that's going to be the second foul here in the ballgame on Quinn Toll. Free throw line, Jackson Meixel. First shot, good. 53.5 seconds left. Checking out of the ballgame for Hamilton Heights is number 12, Gavin Lucchesi. In the ballgame, number 5, Austin Day. Jackson Meixel, second shot. Also good. 35-17. Ball brought in backcourt. Clock moving, 50 seconds left. Peyton Aller going to walk it across the timeline. 48 seconds left. Out top, he'll work it. Right, left elbow, Jace Clark. Jace Clark, turnaround jumper. He's going to take a jumper outside the paint. Rimmed around, wouldn't go. Rebound fought for. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Hamilton Heights, Reese Knapp. Dakota Garmin keeps his hands off of it. So they'll go from the baseline, right in the baseline, going to be brought in by Tipton. Quinn Smith going to toss it in. 35.6 left. Tosses it in. Jace Clark. He'll work the paint. He'll work it down low. Dakota Garmin, shot wouldn't go. Rebound, number 12. That's Gavin Lucchesi. Outside the arc, 25 seconds left here in the first half. 35-17. Huskies in front. Now top, center circle. Stationary. That is Austin Day. Austin Day being guarded there by Dakota Garmin. They'll work it right side. He's earning the count, but that broke it right there. They'll work it back right side again behind the arc. Austin Day. Out top, Reese Knapp. 3-point shot wouldn't go. Rebound, Karam's long. It's picked up by Caleb Sullivan. He'll take a shot at the buzzer. They were waving it off. It didn't go. But that's going to take us to the end of the first half. After one half of play, Hamilton Heights Huskies 35, Tipton Blue Devils 17. And we do appreciate you tuning in. And we'll mention tonight's ball game is also in parts being brought to you by Kokomo Auto World. Kokomo Auto World. This game is sponsored by Coach Chad Wett at Kokomo Auto World. Chad Wett was a high school basketball coach for 30 years in Central Indiana and has now turned his attention to selling you your next new Toyota, Honda, or pre-owned vehicle right here at Kokomo Auto World. Kokomo Auto World has been serving this basketball-rich region for more than 50 years. And now, together, Coach Wex and Kokomo Auto World can meet all of your car and truck buying needs. You can call Kokomo Auto World today at 765-453-4111. Again, 765-453-4111. And ask for Coach Wetz. We'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts Being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. We'll mention real estate. Real estate IQ. She has a tremendous IQ in real estate that will benefit you. That's Lisa. Lisa Stokes Bear. She specializes in residential and corporate relocations. She has a vast knowledge with more than 25 years of question answering experience. Lisa knows that each home is precious. That's Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21 Sheets Company. You can let Lisa look or let Lisa list. She is highly recommended. She's a real estate agent and a real estate broker. And to contact Lisa Stokes Bear by phone or by text message, you can reach her at 317 513 4086. Again, her number is 317 513 4086. That's Lisa Stokes Bear. Century. Los Portales, that's a Mexican for elegant dining. They are located not too far off your way home. That's exquisite Mexican menu. You can dine in or carry out. You can call them at 765 675 2383. Again, that number is 765 675 2383. They have multiple TVs right there, and they're right there in the restaurant. You can visit them at 848 East Jefferson Street, Tipton. And you can also visit them at their location in Greentown, Indiana, El Patron. It's a Mexican restaurant right there in Greentown at 204 East Main. And we'll mention Los Portales. They support Tipton High School athletics and surrounding areas. And they were established in 2009. Okay. Got three grandsons here. My daughter just stepped beside me. She said, Easton's playing over there. He's 6. And then already before the game started, I got a tap on the shoulder from Parkston. Parkston 6, and his older brother, Rowan. Rowan with him. And my son's here too. That's good. So we'll also mention with 11:16 left, they put an extended. They got a 15-minute intermission tonight. They've got a homecoming. They got the winter homecoming happening tonight here at Hamilton Heights. And I will also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. Indiana Express Rentals, when you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high quality choice isn't far away. You can call Indiana Express Rentals. They're located at the south edge of Noblesville, Indiana. Right there on 8th Street. If you take 8th Street in Noblesville, right there by the courthouse square, and you go due south, you will end up at a T road. And right there at that T road is 1708 South 8th Street. And I'm keeping the score over here, and the score clock at this ball game is Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas operated Vernon Oil Company for the longest time at that very same location, 1708 South 8th Street. And we'll also mention you can simply call them. In Indiana Express Rentals, their phone number 317 773 4800. Again, that number is 317 773 4800. They have up to 26-foot box trucks available, and a truck with a Tommy lift can sure come in handy. That's Indiana Express Rentals. Their hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Penske Truck Rentals. The name Penske alone takes any possible concerns away from any travel. So while we got a minute here, we'll go ahead and mention rankings this week for Class 2A. Class 2A, Blue Devils are Class 2A. So this makes it kind of interesting. You probably hear about the team here. When I mention these, that probably go deep in the playoffs, deep in the postseason. And I know we'll mention Class 2A. Here's the top 18 this week. They were tabulated on the 26th of January. Class 2A, sectional number 38. At number 1, they've been there a lot. a long time this year. That's Oak Hill. The Golden Eagles. They are currently 12-0. Tipton Blue Devils will have them as an opponent on February 17th. That will be at Oak Hill. And I'll mention Oak Hill tonight, conference game. They are at Madison Grant tonight. At number 2, Class 2A, it's Paoli Rams. They're sectional 46. They're 13-0. Number 3 this week, Westview Warriors, sectional 35. They're 13-1. At number 4 this week, Park Heritage, the Wolves are 13-3. At number 5 this week, Centerville, the Bulldogs are 13-2. At number 6, Triton Central, the Tigers, sectional 43. They're 12-2. At number 7 this week, Bremen, the Bremen Lions, sectional 34. They're 13-0. At number 8, Linton, they used to be Linton Stockton. They are still the Miners, and they are sectional 47. They're 10-3. At number 9, it's Shenandoah, the Raiders, sectional 44. They're 12-2. At number 10, the Blackford Bruins. They gave Southwood their first loss. That was game 1. Southwood hasn't lost since. Blackford Bruins, they're sectional 40. They're 13-2. Blackford Bruins tonight have a conference game at home versus Eastbrook. At number 11, Gary, 21st Century Cougars, they're 8-5. 3 teams tied at number 12. They are Park Tudor Panthers. Park Tudor, they're 9-5. Indianapolis Cecina, the Crusaders, are 11-4. And the University Trailblazers are 9-3. So they're all tied for position number 12. At number 15, 2 teams tied. You are familiar with those teams. They're tied at number 15. At 15, it's Lapel, the Bulldogs. They're 9-4. And tonight they have a home game with Eastern Hancock. And also tied for 15, Frankton Eagles. Frankton Eagles, they're 10-4. Now they're also in sectional 39 along with Lapel. And the Eagles conference game tonight at home versus Elwood. And then at number 17, the 2 teams tied at 17. Makes 18 teams this week. First team is South Ripley Raiders at 12-4. And also it's Greencastle, the Tiger Cubs, at 10-4. So that's Class 2A. 6 minutes left on the intermission. I'll go ahead and run through these Class 3A rankings for this week. Hampton Heights 3A team. Also tabulated on January 26th. At number 1, Silver Creek Dragons. Silver Creek Dragons, they're 17-1. They, as mentioned before the game, they are the only team that leads their particular class. That's 4A, 3A, 2A, and 1. They're the only team that's lost the game. And as mentioned, Silver Creek, they fell over the Christmas break at Newcastle, but they were playing Crown Point. Crown Point got the win, 76-65. At number 2, Class 3A this week, it's Indianapolis Cathedral. Sectional 26, they're 12-3. At number 3, it's Columbia City. The Eagles, sectional 20, they're 13-2. At number 4, Batesville Bulldogs. They're sectional 29, they're 13-1. At number 5 this week, Princeton Tigers. They are 12-3 this week. And at number 6, Northview Knights, they're 11-4. Number 7, Shelbyville Golden Bears, sectional 28, they're 12-4. And at number 8, as mentioned, Hoosier Conference team, West Lafayette Red Devils. They're 12-2. They're in the Hoosier Conference West Division. And tonight they have a West Division matchup at Twin Lakes High School. At number 9, Brownstown Central Braves, they're 9-3. Number 10, Indianapolis Roncalli Royals, 9-4. Number 11, Corydon Central, the Panthers are 13-3. Number 12, New Haven Bulldogs, sectional 22, they're 13-3. At number 13 this week, Fairfield Falcons, 7-3. At number 14, Gibson Southern. The Titans are 10-4. Two teams tied at number 15. One of them is Guerin Catholic, the Golden Eagles, sectional 25. They're 11-5. The second one is Fort Wayne Blackhawks. The Braves are 10-5. At number 17 this week, Indianapolis Addicts. They are the Tigers. They're 8-5. And at number 18, it's Greenwood. They are 10-5. So that's what's happening in Class 2A and Class 3A. And as mentioned, we'll mention that number at the top of Class 4A this week, Fishers Tigers at 14-0. At the top of 3A, Class 3A, Silver Creek Dragon, 17-1. At the top of Class 2A, Oak Hill Golden Eagles, 11-0. And at the top of Class 1A, Couch Mustangs, presently 10-0. So the clock buzzes, a 3-minute horn. Blue Devils are out on the surface right now. I'm going to go ahead and mention them. Some people may not know, some people do know, that Coach Larry Wright has accepted another coaching job. He's going to coach next football season at Southwood. He'll be a Knight, Southwood Knights. Coach Larry Bud Wright. He's got the passion, and I'm all for him. Coach Larry Bud Wright going to coach his 61st year in high school football. He is the winningest coach in the state of Indiana. Active winningest. I believe he's got 463, maybe 464 wins under his belt. He is absolutely at the top. You probably know of Kevin Wright. His son coaches at Carmel second time. And Kent Wright is his little son right there. He coached at Lebanon for 11 years. That's a 4A school. He has since then been a defensive coordinator over there at Traders Point High School. And also Travis, the youngest son, worked with Coach Bud Wright at Sheridan. And I think he's helping Coach Chesney, Coach Jacob Chesney. He took the job at Sheridan. His first year was last year. He did well in the playoffs. So Sheridan back on the map, and Bud Wright extending that map a little bit to the north. And didn't know Bud Wright helped out North Miami this season as an assistant. And some people don't know that North Miami is where Bud Wright coached his very first year. Then the Sheridan job became available, so he put his name in the hat, or put his hat in the ring, I guess, and then they selected him. So he was there 59 years. Coach Larry Bud Wright. He used to play against my dad in high school, Sheridan, when he gets Jackson Central. And there's Steph. Hey there. How you doing, Parson?
Good.
You playing ball?
Yeah.
Who's that shirt? Who's that, Steph?
Steph.
All right. Here we go. Second half. Hey, hang around and talk after the game. So they're going to stop the clock, abbreviate that, 8.4. They'll start, reset it at 8 minutes. You leaving? So 8 minutes left. Also possession area, going to give the ball to the Blue Devils. Brought in half court, Quinn Smith. Toss it in, backcourt slightly. Peyton Aller in the front court. We're going to back in out free throw line. Grayson McFalls. 2-point bucket. Right at the bucket. 35-19. 7:40 on the game clock. Baseline drive off the glass. Couldn't go. That was number 5, Austin Day. Day got his own rebound. He's going to be fouled in the act of shooting. I think they're going to call it on the floor. They're going to call that on the floor prior to the shot. It was close. And they're going to whistle this foul. First foul here in the third quarter. Going to be whistled on 22 with Jack Kakasulik. I take that back. 22. Kellen Williams will go off the glass. Huskies in the front court. 2-point bucket. Jackson Mitchell. 7:23 clock moving, third quarter. 37-19. Huskies in front. They're going to call a charging foul on Grayson McFalls. So Grayson McFalls is going to pick up the foul. He wears 21, and he's going to pick up his second foul in the contest. That's foul number 2 on the Blue Devils here in the third quarter. 7:16 clock moving. Blue Devils in the front court. On the dribble, Jack Kakasula works it outside. Re-snap. He'll bounce it. Right elbow. Right elbow to Stefano. Back to DeStefano from Mitchell. 2-point shot, 16-footer straight away. 39-19. Blue Devils in the front court. Peyton Aller. Pick up a screen from Grayson McFalls. He'll pop a 3-point shot. Good. Right of center. Peyton Aller nails the 3. Aller now 15 for 46. He's above 32% 3-point land. They're going to whistle an offensive foul on Hamilton Heights in the Huskies front court. So they're going to whistle this foul on Jack Kakasula. He's going to pick up his third foul here in the third quarter with 6:42 left. Coach Ballinger are going to have to think about that one. They're going to work it back out top in the front court. Quinn Toll, free throw line. Grayson McFalls, the turnaround jumper wouldn't go. Rebound, Mitchell. They go to the front court with it. Kakasula. They get the ball back. Austin Day out top. A little hesitation dribble outside the arc. Moving around the perimeter. Going to dribble in. Outside the arc. Kakasula. 3-point shot. Credit the shot. That was re-snap. Wouldn't go. Rebound. Mitchell. Mitchell's going to take a shot. Wouldn't go. A lot of friction there. Ball guys hitting the floor and no call. No whistle blown there. Two. A Husky and a Tipton Blue Devil both hit the floor. No foul call. So the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be brought in from the backcourt. Hamilton Heights on the dribble. Hamilton Heights, Austin Day. Going to dribble to the right side. Picked up there by Kellen Williams. Back out top with the basketball. Re-snap. On the dribble there, DeStefano. They get back to Kakasula. Out top, DeStefano to the corner. 3-point shot, Austin Day. Rims out, wouldn't go. Rebound, Grayson McFalls. He'll outlet right side, crossing the timeline. Peyton Aller. 5:35 on the game clock. Aller going to try another 3. Nearly got it, went out. Rolled rims out of there. Rebound, Jackson Mitchell. To the front court with the basketball, Austin Day. 5:23 left here in the third quarter. 39-22. Huskies by 17. In the paint. Floats one up. Good. Re-snap in the paint. 2-point bucket for Knapp. 41-22. In the front court, Quinn Smith. Crossing the timeline, gets the pass. Quinn Toll. Works the right side. Peyton Aller. Out top, Grayson McFalls. Now Peyton. Let's just say Quinn Toll. He'll bring the ball back out to Grayson McFalls. Now Quinn Smith. He'll dribble in. He'll find a path. He'll go off the glass. Wouldn't get it. Rebound out of there. Jackson Mitchell for the Huskies. To the front court. Austin Day. Outside the arc. 3-point shot. Good. Hamilton Heights re-snap. Knapp above 38% from 3-point land. 44-22. Going to work it outside the paint, off the glass. Shot when to go. Quinn Smith. Rebound fought or picked up by Mitchell. Outlet, front court. Kakasula to the corner. 3-point shot short off the rim. Would have been a 2. Shot wouldn't go. That shot taken by re-snap. Back the other direction. Peyton Aller. Outside the paint. You go off the glass. Shot wouldn't go, but the rebound putback is good. Grayson McFalls gets it 2 points. 44-24. Going to be a timeout called. Full 60-second timeout called by the Blue Devils. We'll mention this game is also in parts being brought to you by Jim Dandy Restaurant. Jim Dandy Restaurant, they're located at 203 West Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. They have dine in and carry out. You can reach them by phone at 765-675-6199. Again, that number is 765-675-6199. They have American comfort food along with breakfast all day. They've been in business since 1964. They have good food, good friends, and good times. And they've been back in the Blue Devils since the very beginning. It's Jim Dandy Restaurants. And also Dairy Queen across town. Grill and chill. at 800 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. They offer dine-in, carry-out, drive-through, and outdoor seating. It is Jim Dandy Restaurant and Dairy Queen in Tipton. 4:11 left. Going to be brought in from the backcourt. Huskies on the dribble. That's number 5, Austin Day. He'll pick up the pace. Then slow it in. Slow it up again. There's at the 10-second line. Picked up there by Kellen Williams. We're going to cross the lane there. Re-snap. Kakasulis on the dribble again. That's 5, Austin Day. Outside the arc, 3-point shot. From the corner baseline, 3-point shot good. Jack Kakasulis. 47-24. Crossing the timeline with the basketball. Peyton Allum. He'll pick up a screen from McFalls. McFalls inside the paint. He'll take the shot. Turn around jumper off the glass. McFalls for 2. 47-26. Front court. Hamilton Heights in front. They're working back in the paint. Lost the handle. Jackson Mikesell. Ball's loose. We're going to call it a jump ball. Not sure there were 4 hands on that ball or even 2 opposite players. But they were on the floor. They were trying to get rid of it. And the ref blew his whistle, and he's going to change pockets with that coin just for a double check. Make sure the arrow is correct at the scorer's bench. 3:24, ball brought in. Mikesell around the perimeter to the corner. Opposite corner, now bring it back out. Re-snap outside the arc. Jack Kakasulis picks up the dribble, left elbow. Back to re-snap on the dribble. Outside the paint, now working back out top to go to the corner with it. Jackson Mikesell goes up with a shot. He'll shoot 2. Probably pretty sure he wasn't going to get the basket, but he's pretty sure he was going to draw a foul. And he did. A foul's whistled on number 40, Chase Clark. He picks up his first foul in the ball game. Free throw line, Jackson Mikesell. First shot wouldn't go. He'll get one more. Back in the ball game for the Huskies is number 2, Caleb Sullivan. Caleb Sullivan is a 6'2 junior. 6.2 points per game, taking a breather, is Jack Kakasulis. Second shot for Jackson Mikesell is good. 48-26. Hamilton Heights by 22. Under 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. On the dribble, Peyton Aller. He'll pass it down low. Quinn Toll in the paint, looking to get rid of it. He will. Reverse layup and good. Quinn Toll for 2. Quinn Toll shooting above 52% from 2-point land on the season. 48-28. 20-point advantage for Hamilton Heights. 3-point shot wouldn't go. That was Caleb Sullivan for the Huskies. There's going to be a foul whistled during the rebound. They're going to whistle this on Hamilton Heights. 2:36 left here in the third quarter. And that foul's whistled on number 10, Will DeStefano. He's got 3 in the contest, along with Kakasulis in the front court with the basketball. On the dribble. Out top, back pedal dribble, Peyton Aller. They're working into Grayson McFalls. Spin move in the paint. Bucket wouldn't go, but he'll shoot 2. They're going to whistle a foul to paint. I think they're going to get double check here. Jackson Mikesell going to pick up the foul. That's going to equal 3 fouls per team here in the third quarter. 2:21 left. And Jackson Mikesell going to pick up his second foul here in the contest. Grayson McFalls will shoot 2. Rimmed off, wouldn't go. He'll get one more. 2:21 left. Third quarter, 48-28. Hamilton Heights in front. Grayson McFalls, second shot, good. At the back end of a 2-shot foul, McFalls. 48-29. Bring the ball to the timeline. Number 5, Austin Day. Joe between the legs, working against him is Kellen Williams. They'll bounce it out. Top of the circle, jump shot. Mikesell rims off long, rebound fought for. Picked up by Caleb Sullivan. The Huskies will have another chance here in the front court. 2 minutes left. On the dribble out there, Austin Day. They're kicking back outside, now back out top, re-snap. Coach Ballinger wanting to slow the pace up here just a bit. He communicates with re-snap. They'll bounce it outside the paint. Caleb Sullivan guarding him is Quinn Toll. Out tops like glue. In the paint, shot off the mark. Rims out. A shot taken by DeStefano. The thing to the front court. Peyton Aller in the paint, off the glass, wouldn't get it. Rebound fought forward. It's picked up by Reese Knapp to the front court. They'll get the ball back. Reese Knapp goes up with a shot. No foul called. Ball's loose. Picked up by Peyton Aller. 1:20 left here in the third quarter. 48-29 from the corner baseline. Rims off, would go. Thought it would have been a three. Shot wouldn't go. That was Quinn Toll. Back the other direction. 3-point shot in the air. Sullivan wouldn't go. Rebound. Fought for. Picked up by Jace Clark. Jace Clark going to dribble it to the timeline. Clark is a senior. Where's number 40? And he didn't get the pass away where that foot landed. Passing lane got cut off right there. And then that was DeStefano. Good defense. And then be a traveling violation. Give the ball back to Hamilton Heights. 58 seconds left. 58 seconds left. Huskies have a substitution at the scorer's bench. It'll be first time he's gotten in the game. It's going to be Drew Woodruff. 45 seconds left. The ball's loose. Off the shin. Going to go backcourt. Out of bounds. Now Woodruff will enter the ball game. So Drew Woodruff in the ball game is a 6'5" junior. 1.5 a game. He shoots 60% from the foul stripe. He's going to get the assignment to guard Grayson McFalls. McFalls gets the entry. 38 seconds in the paint. McFalls turnaround jumper off the glass. Good. McFalls for two. 48-31, 17-point advantage for the Huskies. 28 seconds left. On the dribble out top, Austin Day. Austin Day being guarded there by Isaac Humrickhouse. Isaac Humrickhouse, 6'4". He's a junior. Where's number 32? Working back in the paint. They'll dish off outside the paint and working back out. They'll reset the offense with 10 seconds left. Austin Day will be a bump foul. They're going to call a whistle here on Isaac Humrickhouse. Not a lot of friction, but right in front of the official. And he is a veteran. He's a veteran official. He's done that quite often. So he makes the call. That's going to be the second foul in the ballgame against Isaac Humrickhouse. Ball's going to be brought in. Hamilton Heights. Will DeStefano to the backcourt slide. To the front court, Austin Day. 4 seconds from the corner. Sullivan, 3-point shot, win to go. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touch by Hamilton Heights. There's 0.1 left, and they can't get a shot off. Can't get a shot off with 0.1 left. The refs are going to blow their whistle when it touches the body, and that's going to do it. So another baseball pass to the front court by Dakota Garman off the fingertips of Grayson McFalls by three-quarter court. That's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3 quarters of play, Hamilton Heights Huskies 48, Tipton Blue Devils 31. And again, we do thank you for tuning in, and we'll mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Munchie's Ice Cream and Bake Shop. Munchie's Ice Cream and Bake Shop. Have you driven downtown Arcadia, Indiana lately? Check out Munchie's. Munchie's Ice Cream and Bake Shop, in addition to ice cream and milkshakes and soda sippers. Their cookies are just like Grandma used to make, baked from scratch. Their winter hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. They've got chocolate chip, snickerdoodle, sugar cookies, and more. Munchie's Ice Cream and Bake Shop. Stop by their shop. It's located at 151 West Main Street, Arcadia. If you don't know where that's at, that's right across the street from where Donovan's used to be. Right across the street, catty corner from the Cushman shop. So get out of the cold and enjoy a warm apple crisp. You can call them. No order too big, no order too small. 463-325-8679. Munchie's Bake Shop. Ball brought in. Half court, Blue Devils possession. Jace Clark, right side. Triple threat available. Grayson McFalls will dribble. They go to the corner baseline. Isaac Humrickhouse. He'll work it down low. Trying to find Peyton Aller. Ball's tipped out of bounds by Hamilton Heights. That ball pushed out of bounds by Caleb Sullivan. 7:47 left. We're in the fourth quarter. 48-31. Blue Devils in front. Ball's going to be brought in left of the bucket on the baseline by Jace Clark. Jump shot outside the paint, good, outside the three-point line, good. Peyton Aller, nothing but net. 48-34, a 14-point advantage for the Huskies. Out top with the basketball. Stationary dribble. Austin Day working against him. Kellen Williams. Bounce pass, right side. Re-snap. Re-snap going to get the ball stolen. And going the other way is Peyton Aller off the glass. Couldn't get it. A little bit strong there. And it's going to go out of bounds. Going to end up in the hands of Hamilton Heights. Will bring it in from the backcourt. So nobody more disappointed than Peyton, but everything's good. They play on. 48-34. 7-11 left here in the fourth quarter. On the dribble, Austin Day. He'll bounce it. They're working in outside the paint. Going to be a traveling violation. Whistle this travel on number 10, Will DeStefano. DeStefano picked up the dribble. A little bit of a slide foot right there, just outside the lane in the front court of Hamilton Heights. To the front court with the basketball, Peyton Aller. They're working outside the arc in front of Coach Tommy Newton. Isaac Cumbercast now back outside. Grayson McFalls. McFalls back to Isaac. Isaac one dribble, now back out. Jace Clark, 1-3. He'll dribble in. He'll work it down low. Going to go off the glass again. When he get this one, but he'll shoot two. This time, Peyton Aller gets a good pass down low in the paint from Jace Clark. So that foul's whistled on number 2, Caleb Sullivan. Peyton Aller going to shoot two. Foul stripe for the Blue Devils. The shot wouldn't go. Short off the rim. Jace Clark going to exit the ball game. And then back in the ball game for Tipton is number 23, Quinn Toll. Jack Takasula back in the ball game. And Jackson Mike's second shot. Peyton Aller rims out, wouldn't go. Rebound, Hamilton Heights. Will DeStefano. So the Huskies will bring it from the backcourt. Quinn Toll's going to pick up the basketball. Jack Takasula. Well, they'll work it back around through the legs outside the arc. They're working in the free throw lane. Jackson Mikesell turn around off the glass, wouldn't go. Rebound fought for. Finally going to be picked up. Nope, it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to call a jump ball. So they're calling a jump ball. One official in front of the scores bench wants a jump ball. The other one might have had a different idea. But they're going to go with the veteran official. And he'll call a jump ball, and he'll switch a coin out from one pocket to the other. Be brought in right there in the front court by the Husky bench. Tossed in on the backcourt on the dribble. Austin Day. Trying to get it to the corner. Tipped and stolen by Quinn Toll. Quinn Toll outside the paint. Out top. 3-point shot. Grayson McFalls rims out. Wouldn't go. Rebound. Isaac Cumbercast. Put back is good for Isaac. 48-36. Back to I should say cut to a 12-point advantage. Huskies in front. On the dribble, going to call a foul. They're going to whistle this foul on the Quinn Toll. Looks like the foul might have occurred on his first attempt to steal the basketball. And the official, I guess, got bailed out by allowing it to be called the second time. 5:52 on the game clock. We're going to see Owen Spidell back in the ball game. Original starter for the Blue Devils. Taking a breather is Quinn Toll. Quinn Toll has 3 fouls in the contest. Both teams with 1 foul each here in the fourth quarter. Outside the arc, Jack Takasula. Outside the arc, moving around, re-snap. Now on the dribble, Will DeStefano. Out top, Austin Day. Re-snap outside the 3-point line, lost the handle. Got it back. Elbow, right side, 2-point shot, wouldn't go. Shot taken by re-snap, rebound, Hamilton Heights. Huskies going to get another opportunity here in the front court. 5:24 left here in the fourth quarter. 48-36. Hamilton Heights by 12. Outside the arc on the dribble, it's number 10, Will DeStefano. Baseline jumper, Jackson Mikesell. Shot when he go. Rebound fought for. Picked up, credit the board to Owen Spidell from a seated position. So we're to the front court. Good dribble, good pass. Isaac Cumbercast left-handed layup wouldn't go. We're going to whistle a foul. During the rebound, we're going to call this foul on Tipton. We're going to whistle his foul on 32, Isaac House. He has 3 in the contest. 5:01 left here in the fourth quarter. 48-36. We're going to see Quinn Smith back in the ballgame for the Blue Devils. Taking a breather is Isaac House. So Husky's going to bring it in from the backcourt. On the dribble, Jack Takasula picked up at half court by Quinn Smith. Working out behind the arc. We're going to back around Austin Day. Now out top, picked up by Kellen Williams out near the center circle. 4:45 left here in the fourth quarter. Outside the arc, Jack Takasula. He'll dribble it in. He'll pass it in. Re-snap. They'll work it back around. Now Jack Takasula's hesitation dribble into paint. Off the glass. Got it. Got a good roll. Jack Takasula for 2. 50-36. 14-point advantage for the Huskies. Bring it to the front court. Peyton All, he'll work it left side, back pedal dribble. Out top, moving the basketball. Now they're moving in Kellen Williams. Kellen Williams lost the handle. It's going to be off of Kellen. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to belong to Hamilton Heights. So 4:17 left here in the fourth quarter. Ball's going to be brought in right in the bucket on the baseline. It's going to be brought in by Jack Takasula. Baseball pass to the front court. Going to be overthrown. He's going to almost caught it. Almost got to it, I should say. Ball goes out of bounds. And couldn't quite get it. Re-snap. Ball's going to belong to Tipton. And what are you doing, Parkston?
I'm doing good.
Good deal. Hold still. We'll talk to you at timeout. There'll be one here. So the ball's going to be brought in backcourt, right in the bucket, by Isaac House. Peyton All going to cross the timeline. He'll slow it up, set up the offense. 4:10 left here in the fourth. 50-36. Hamilton Heights by 14. Jace Clark. Bounce pass. Peyton All to the corner. Kellen Williams. Shot rims out. Rebound. Grayson McFalls. McFalls on the dribble in the paint. Turnaround jumper. Got it. 6'8". Grayson McFalls for 2. Cuts the lead back to 12. In the front court. Jack Takasula, if he'll hand the ball off. Re-snap. Just Stefano, they'll go baseline. Drive right there for Jack Takasula. Lost the handle. Going to end up in the hands of Peyton All. They try to go coast to coast. Turn around. You're going to have to get rid of it. Kellen Williams, back pedal dribble into paint. He'll bring it back around. They'll reset the offense. Out top, Jace Clark. Behind the back dribble, Clark on the dribble. He'll pick up the dribble. He'll find Kellen Williams. He'll drive the paint. They'll go baseline to Grayson McFalls. He'll float one up. Shot going to go. Rebound fought for. Picked up by Hamilton Heights. Re-snap. Knapp with the rebound. 3:10 left here in the fourth. Still, 12-point advantage for the Huskies. Out top, moving the basketball out in front of the scores bench. And Isaac House is going to commit the foul. And that was a dangerous type of foul. Could have been deemed as an intentional foul. You got to be careful with those. And Blue Devils going to check back in with Quinn Smith and Quinn Toll. Ball's going to be brought in the front court by Hamilton Heights. DeStefano. Little DeStefano, they're going to call timeout. Timeout called. 3:02 left. Going to be a full timeout. 50-38. And right here visiting with me is a friend of mine, Parkston. How you doing, Parkston?
Good.
Did you have a good time at the ball game tonight?
Yeah.
That sounds good. How old are you now?
6.
6. Who's your favorite football team?
The Vikings.
All right. Who are you for in the Super Bowl?
Seattle Seahawks.
All right. Did you hear the Vikings are going to end up getting a new general manager?
Yeah.
Kind of like that. But I sure hope that. But anyway, what do you think about this atmosphere?
Good.
One of these days you'll be in high school.
I know.
It'll be a little while though. We don't want to hurry it. So you like Steph Curry?
Huh?
He's a darn good shooter, ain't he?
Uh-huh.
Are you going to be as good as him?
What did you say?
Are you going to be as good as Steph Curry?
Yes.
Sounds good. You see that guy on the floor there? You'll see him in a minute. He's taking pictures, and he goes by photocrossphotography.com, but photo is spelled F-O-T-O. Photocrossphotography.com. Check that out when you get home. Maybe you'll be in a picture. I better get back to busyness. All right. Thanks for being here. All right. Love you. Ball brought in Hamilton Heights. That's TJ 6-year-old, his youngest. So working down low off the glass, 2-point bucket. Hamilton Heights spreads the bucket, re-snap. 52-38, 14-point advantage for the Huskies. In the front court, Peyton Aller. Out top, he'll take a 3-shot. Wouldn't go. Short off the rim. And I'm going up to the board there. It's Grayson McFalls. So they're going to whistle a foul during the rebound. They're going to call it on Grayson. He picks up foul number 3 in the contest. 52-38. Ball's going to be brought in front of the scores bench. Now they're going to go backcourt. They'll bring it in from the backcourt. 84 feet away. Ball's going to be brought in right at the bucket on the baseline. Hamilton Heights. We brought in by Jack Kakasula. He's being guarded right in his face by Quinn Toll. That's 3-man pressure in the backcourt. Foul occurs in the backcourt. Blue Devils going to put him on the line, try to get this, whittle down this lead here. Still 2:42 left. Lots of time left in this ball game. 52-38. That foul's whistled on Quinn Smith. He picks up his first. At the foul stripe is number 10, Will DiStefano. First shot short off the rim, wouldn't go. DiStefano steps to the stripe, shooting 72% on the season. He's now 13 for 19. So Quinn Smith going to take a breather in the ball game. Is 32, Isaac Cumrickhouse. Second shot is good for DiStefano. 53-38, 15-point advantage for the Huskies. Outside the basketball, Jace Clark, Grayson McFalls back to Clark. They go back left side, right elbow extended, 3-point shot wouldn't go. That was Isaac Cumrickhouse. Rebound, Jackson Mitchell. Thought about going coast to coast. He dishes off. 2-point bucket, right side of the glass. Number 4, re-snap. 2:15 left, 55-38. Huskies in front. We're back to right side, picks up the dribble. Chase Clark was looking for the cutter, but Peyton Aller didn't cut. Ball goes back the other way. Hamilton Heights with the basketball. Re-snap outside, being guarded by Isaac Cumrickhouse. Cumrickhouse commits the foul a little more silently there. 1:58 left. And Isaac Cumrickhouse going to exit the ball game with his 5th personal foul. And he'll take a breather. And then the ball game is Owen Spidell. 1:58 left. Owen Spidell in the ball game for the Blue Devils. Re-snap. First shot rims out long. Wouldn't go. 1:58 left here in the fourth quarter. 55-38. Kellen Williams going to work his way down to the foul lane. Blue Devils have 4 on the lane. Second shot good for re-snap. 56-38. Cross the timeline at a quick pace. Peyton Aller. Good dribble in, spin move outside the paint. They're going to get him for a traveling violation. So it's a good spin move. He took an extra step there. They're going to give the ball back to Hamilton Heights. In the ball game for the Huskies is number 1, Cal Engel. Cal Engel is a 5'11" senior. And also entering the ball game for the Huskies is number 24, a 5'9" sophomore, Ethan Goodwin. Goodwin got quite a bit of time in the JV game. I saw him jogging off the surface here, taking his shirt off. He was ready to suit up for a varsity uniform. He's in the game now. 1:52 on the game clock. The Blue Devils trying to pin him in. They're going to pass out of it, jump pass, they go to the corner with it, move the basketball, re-snap. They're looking to get rid of it. Ethan Goodwin, he does, and they foul Goodwin. So Ethan Goodwin going to go to the foul stripe. I will mention, as a team, Hamilton Heights at the foul line, they're shooting 60%. As a team, the Blue Devils at the foul line are shooting 61%. So Ethan Goodwin, first shot, nothing but net. Ethan Goodwin now on the season, he's 2 for 3. 140 left, 57-38. Goodwin's second shot. Rims off, would go. 2 for 4, back to 50%. Rebound. Grayson McFalls. Now Peyton Aller. Aller on the dribble. He'll drive the lane. Pick up the dribble. He go off the glass. Left side, 2-point bucket for Peyton Aller. 57-40. Blue Devils making it tough to get it across the timeline. Now Goodwin in the front court. We'll work it back around. Number 12, Gavin Lucchesi. We'll bounce it in on the dribble out top. Move the basketball, re-snap. We snap on the dribble. Try to hand the ball off to go cross-court skip pass from the opposite corner. Three-point shot, good. Cal Engel makes his first three-point shot of the season. First one he's taken. 60-40. Outside the arc, Chase Clark. Rims out, let go, rebound. Grayson McFalls. McFalls trying to go back up. It'll be a reach-in foul. They're going to whistle this on Cal Engel. Cal Engel at 5'11". Grayson McFalls at 6'8". So Hamilton Heights going to check in here momentarily with two substitutions. At the foul stripe right now, we're going to see Grayson McFalls. Grayson McFalls, number 21. He's a junior, 6'8". Shooting 64%. First shot is good. He's 3 for 3 tonight. In the ball game for the Huskies is number 3, Jackson Cantlin, 6'3" senior. And also Hayden Spicer, 6'8" senior. Spicer wears 35. Cantlin wears number 3. 50.6 left. Second shot, Grayson McFalls got both of them. In the ball game for the Blue Devils, number 15, Dakota Garment. Coach Tommy Newton going to give Grayson McFalls a breather. 50.6. Huskies bring it in. Backcourt. Blue Devils playing him defensively. Number 3, Oliver Stewart in the ball game for the Blue Devils. Oliver Stewart, I should say, 6-foot sophomore. Where's number 3? Played a lot of JV game. He still got a lot of energy out top of the basketball. 32 seconds left. Huskies in the front court. Going to be a foul whistle. Then a whistle foul in the front court. It's going to be on the Blue Devils. Number 12, Gavin Arms. Gavin Arms, he's a 5'10" freshman. So they're going to put Cal Engel, number 1, at the foul stripe for the Huskies. 29 seconds left. 60-42. Blue Devils trail. First shot up and good. Credit the bucket. That's Cal Engel. He'll get one more. Cal Engel at the foul stripe. His first foul shot. Now his second. He is 2 for 2 on the season. Cal Engel. 62-42. Front court. Dakota Garment. Outside the arc, going to dribble in. Jaron Aller in the ball game. He wears number 20 for the Blue Devils. He's a sophomore, 6'2". A tremendous baseball pitcher. Outside the arc, they're working back to Dakota. 3-point shot, left-handed, would go. Rebound, put back is good. Rebound put back for Jaron Aller for 2. 62-44. 2 seconds. 1 second, and that's going to complete 32 minutes of ball game here tonight. So final score here tonight at Hamilton Heights. Hamilton Heights Huskies 62. Tipton Blue Devils 44. And again, we'll mention the Blue Devils, I should say the Huskies will play one game tomorrow right here at Hamilton Heights. It'll be a 2 o'clock start time. And show up at 2 o'clock and then be able to watch the ball game. No JV contest. Next game on the agenda for the Blue Devils. It's going to happen in about 11 days. It's going to be Tuesday, the 10th of February, 6 o'clock, 7:30 JV. And it's a rescheduled game from back on December 13th when that snow was forecasted. They got out of Dodge quick. A lot of teams, they just neutralized their game, and they're trying to line them back up. And the Blue Devils are going to have theirs at Yorktown on February 10th. So Blue Devils will travel to Yorktown High School. So we'll mention, we thank you for tuning in. We thank my wife for sound check. We thank Robbie Kendall, audiosportsonline.net. And we thank Mr. Parkston Witham for being at the ball game tonight. Parkston, did you have fun?
Yep.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun to be had here, right?
Yep.
Can't wait to see you again. There's Rowan. Rowan, what's that say? Michael Jordan. What's that say on your shirt? Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Is LeBron better than Michael Jordan?
Nah.
All right, we're going to bow out here. I agree. So we're going to bow out here. Thanks for tuning in. No matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning.